Hi, hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of High Pulse webinar. Today, me, Anna Melnik, Channel Marketing Manager at High Robotics EMEA, and I have a pleasure to have Victor with me. Hi, Victor.
Hi, Anna. Thanks for having me. So I'm Director of Product Planning and Strategy. What it means is that I basically listen to our customers and I put the development roadmap together to make sure that we develop what the market needs. So that's my role at High Robotics, and I'm happy to join you this morning.
Yeah, it's glad to see you. It's also your first time on our webinars.
Yeah, it is.
So most of the participants already of the webinar know us, but let's see a little bit about High Robotics EMEA. We are spread around 2 offices here in the Hoofddorp, Netherlands, and another one is in the UK. Mm-hmm. And we proudly serve big names, big fulfillments, and as well as fashion warehouses, as well as manufacturing. And what is most impressive to me, it's actually the numbers of robots that are delivered or signed. And from webinar to webinar, how these numbers actually grow. I'd like to have a compilation one day, maybe on the side.
Fast growing, please.
Yeah, and it's a fast growing. They grow fast, but also it's we are proud that we have our portfolio, right?
Yeah, it's also growing.
Indeed. So what today webinar is about our newest updates. Yeah. Where did they come from?
Yeah, so today we will focus about the new High Peak Climb release. The High Peak Climb is a system that we launched last year, and this year we have upgraded after listening to our customers, having multiple meetings, prioritizing everything. We have put together the new release, and that's what we launched this year. High Peak Climb is about ultimate performance. So basically our customers, they always want to deliver more with less space, with less footprint, with less investment, of course. But we still have high peak systems. So we grow from this ACR technology, AMR technology, where we can be really flexible, handling different types of load carriers, different dimensions. So it's the ultimate flexibility that we can achieve with high peak systems. And today we will focus on how we improve our High Peak Climb with the ultimate performance. So this portfolio is growing also rapidly, and I'm happy to see it, how it evolves.
Indeed, and also, as you said, we will listen to customers, and then now customers want from the same space, with the same SKUs, but have more and more operations because of different acquisitions, because of the market growth, because of the operations growing, customer demand is growing. So they want technically the same, but from the same to have more.
Yeah.
And how do we face this?
Yeah, so basically we take these talks and we listen to what they need, and it's always about the same. They want to store more, they want to have more flexible workflows, so they want to have a more integrated solution that can handle the rest of the warehouse, so it's not a standalone solution. They want to also be able to have a faster response to future changes, because the fulfillment of the future might change, so the volatility of the environment, the end customers, the order profiles, these all change, so our system needs to be ready for the future changes. It needs to be more integrated into the overall processes of the system, of the customer. And it needs to be more dense, because actually they want to get more out of this solution. So that's how we listen to the customer and how we put together this upgrade of High Peak Climb, serving these needs.
Yeah, with the same technology, we try to innovate and try to create more. So yeah, let's dive into the latest innovation and our updated version of High Peak Climb. And let's see in detail every point of the customer need and how the system actually replies to it. I think first we'll start with one of the most obvious the direct from the name updates of the system is the double deep solution. So there are more racks, more totes, right?
Yeah. So basically we can store more in the same footprint. So that's a demand from our customers. If you take the total system, so not only the storage area, but including the workstations and the conveyors, we are achieving a really compact and dense solution. You see in the numbers there, so we can reach up to 45,000 totes in an area of 1,000 square meters, which is quite high at this moment. So we are improving all these numbers, and we are enabling our customers to store more in the same space. And we reach this with double dip. That's the obvious. Also, the aisles of the system are really narrow, and that makes our solution really compact. Also, the distance between the workstations and the racking is really small, and the total system is really, really dense.
Yeah, that's impressive how within, if compared to the single deep solution, within the same footprint, it can be increased 20-30% more.
Yeah.
It's
yeah, and at the end it means more SKUs, because our customers, they don't really care about totes, they care about SKUs that you put inside. So it means more SKUs, it means less space, so it's a big benefit for them.
I see, and as you say, customers, one of the things that I like the most also during the webinars is, of course, the case studies. And when we can show the proven concept of everything that we mentioned, maybe it's my marketing side that wants it. But here is Guchang, our recurring customer. And this site is already implemented for quite a while, isn't it, in the US?
Yeah, it's one of the remarkable things of this use case, that we launched high-peak climb double deep in Europe in Logimat, but actually this site was already live from the beginning of this year. So you see that our technology is already mature. We are following our customers. Guchang is a long-term partner for High Robotics, so they invested in different technologies, and they are one of the customers that they were driving this need of double deep. And they jumped into this technology rapidly. So they wanted to have a system, they wanted to have it in the US. And it's remarkable that you see that, we are reaching actually the 44 totes per square meter, which is the highest, close to the highest limits of the technology.
I just wanted to highlight that this is also a great example where one thing that we promised back one slide before, and here is already the proven concept where the actual totes and the actual business is running in the small footprint, but then has a great amount of storage locations.
Yeah.
That's very pleasing to see. And as we move forward, there are also other updates. There are maybe not so visually evident as the double deep racks, but also the actual brain of the bot and of the system. So what are the major updates of it?
Yeah, so we are lucky that we have a big install base. So we are learning from all this install base. We are improving our algorithms and our software thanks to that. So we make our systems smarter, and that means that our systems, they are faster, they have less bottlenecks, they have less waiting times, and that's what it's difficult to see, but it's part of our HiQ software that also receives a big upgrade this year. And now, for example, we have different strategies that we can implement, like having the fast movers in the lower parts of the rack. So since the robot then needs to climb less, then we have more quick access to these fast movers. We can also compile different orders and combine orders to make sure that we have less tasks for the robot. So we optimize the amount of tasks that we have. We can also optimize the path of the robot. So basically, any robot can go to any position, but we make it in the total less time possible. And this is all what we are improving also in HiQ software.
Yeah, that's also great to the other webinar that we had with CDW, Steve Hill from CDW. He mentioned that even though the installation has already years, they still up to date try to escalate its performance, and they test it. And of course, with the help of the brain of the bots, it's great to see how the performance is growing, even though the bots in the system is the same and stays the same.
Yeah, it's part of the scalability of the solution. Yeah,
I see. And if we dig into examples, which I like the most, especially when there is a video case about a again, a recurring customer that is a Fortune 500 e-commerce company. This project was built in Poland. We also have a webinar about it, a high study. Please check it out. This is a single deep solution.
Yep.
However, as it is in e-commerce, in grocery.
Yeah, so the remarkable of this use case was that it was our first project in Europe, so it has been running for more than a year already with HiPClimb. It was HiPClimb single deep. And the customer used it for the e-commerce, so it's more a B2C type of operation. That's where you see that they went for the fast performance, the ultimate performance application. That's what they really needed. And it's also remarkable because this customer is following also High Robotics globally. So we had the first project in Europe with them. And they are also facing this project in different stages. So you see, we are talking about first stage, but it's nice when you go into the warehouse because it has an empty spot waiting for the next upgrade of the system. So they will scale up and they will extend the system with more bots and more racks in the future. So it shows how scalable the solution is when you see the warehouse in real life.
Of course, also with the companies like that emerge constantly, they explore different markets, opportunities. This is a great part of the innovation that we can offer to them.
Yeah, they grow rapidly, so we also need to be ready for this growth and ready for these changes, and this is part of the strength of HiPClimb. Yeah.
That's great, and also this is a grocery, so they do move different types of loads. Maybe let's cover the totes and the loads that the new updated version can handle.
Yeah. So now we have added different load carriers or new load carriers into the portfolio. That makes HiPClimb more flexible, so we can handle different load carrier dimensions. We can handle specific nestable totes, and actually we can also handle trays. And that means that nowadays HiPClimb can handle also cartons on trays. So anything that fits inside the tray, we can handle it, and that's a real strength of our solution, because then you can seamlessly integrate with the rest of the processes of our customer, and you can also think more on an omni-channel type of solution. You can handle cartons, you can handle eaches or pieces all together in one system, and this is all enabled by this load carrier diversity that we have nowadays.
I think it's also great that we can indeed have the original packaging, so there is no need to decant things, or maybe the decanting goes seamlessly, and it's also less workload for the operators. Let's then see each and every workstation that there is now and that we can offer together with HiPClimb Double Deep.
Yeah, so the first one is the standard conveyor docking. This is for full tote in, full tote out. In the video you see it's a decanting process, but it can also be connected with any other type of workflow that the customer needs. So it's connecting upstream and downstream processes of our customers with this type of conveyor. And this makes our system really integrated into the rest of the processes. It's a simple workstation, it's a simple connection, but it enables a lot of operations from our customer that can be integrated together with our system.
Yeah, especially with the more complex, sophisticated operations, fulfillments, mixed operations. I think this has a big applicability, just like the next one. It's also something new that we have, right?
Yeah, this was presented at Logimat, and it's also now in our innovation center.
Yes, exactly.
This month. So basically here what we show is that we can do automatic loading and unloading of the tray. So actually there is no need for human intervention in this process, and that makes it again easier to be connected with downstream, upstream processes. Because here, the carton can go into a packaging machine, for example, or it can come from a carton erector, it can go to a carton closer.
Here it just disappears, but
yeah,
but the applicability...
cartons can fly. But the reality is that there is something else connected there, and it shows the mixed workflows that we can achieve with this type of application. And the performance of these solutions is high, so that makes the system really still in a highly performing area to achieve that we can serve our customer needs and they can connect with all different type of processes that they can need.
That's also good. Then the warehouse is not a single operation only of Hypix climb system, but it's also connects it to the entire separate operation. Just like you mentioned, the scanners, the packaging, all the other points that the tote, the box, the carton need to make.
Yeah. You can pick into a carton even, so that's also an application that we see more and more that the customers are asking. So you pick directly into a carton tote, and then you have a seamlessly connected process. So that's really an advantage for our customers.
I see, yeah, indeed. And but then last but not least, the biggest update is the outbound workstation. And a great help for an actual operator that we can see also there. Before I recall, we had a desktop, a countertop on top of it. What was the idea to try to use the sensors instead of a countertop?
Yeah, so now with our Hypix Climb robots, they are equipped with safety wireless sensors. So that makes the application wireless safety operated. So in case of the operator goes into the picking area where the robot is, we will stop these robots on this area in a safe mode. And the robots that are nearby, they will be slowed down also in a safe mode. In the past, we had to stop the complete system. There were some limitations, that's why we had this door. But now we go into this direction that it's easier for the operator because they see the robot. They can work in a faster way because there is also not time for opening the door and closing the door. So that's a big advantage that we are bringing now for our pickers because, we also listen to pickers and they don't really like or they want to have more improvements on this area. So we are now making this new upgrade.
Indeed, it makes sense that the picking time is also decreased because also in the sites that we see, there are pickers that are doing the work, I think, so fast that they are optimized together with the entire system, just like robots. So then how the applicability scenarios work.
We have another nice use case. So it's a global partner for Hyrobotics. So they are having a global rollout of Hypix Climb. So they really believe in this technology. This project, I was lucky enough to be there to see it real life. And it's an impressive solution because it's completely integrated from the end-to-end solution. So from the decanting to the packaging machines and the shipping, everything is fully integrated. And that's customer that's also trusting in the company, but also in the technology. And that's
I see that nice. Also the high climbers amount got increased. So it also means that there were the phases. Was it just they added additional bots, or it happened, or the entire operation grew? How did that work?
Yeah, this is a really nice example of scalability because they forecast future growth in terms of order lines per hour, so in terms of the capacity that they need to deliver. And this customer went for the approach of, okay, I do the full installation of racks, conveyors, picking workstations, I will have everything, but I will only install the robots that I need now for my business today. But since they are growing and the forecast is, it's actually being more and more a reality, now they add more robots. So in an easy expansion is like they just bring 2 times the amount of robots, so 162 robots more, and then they can achieve more performance. So the same footprint, the same installation, they deliver more now because they have more robots. And the system is able to handle this because the limits of the system in terms of square meters and robot per square meter allow this expansion. Mm-hmm. So now the customer can deliver more with the same type of installation. So it's
and then all the workflows again and all the workstations, they also are ready to, so there is no bottlenecks happening.
Yep.
That's an impressive solution when you see this applicability of when the warehouse actually becomes smart.
Yeah. It is a really good example, as I said. And this, as I said, this customer is following us globally because they trust the technology, they trust the company. So it's a good example.
Yeah, that's great to see how we are getting mature together with the partners, with the customers that come along with us in this journey. And as we speak a lot about the hyperclimb, and in general, we launched it as the ultimate performance. And now we see, and it was mostly about the e-commerce. But what actually is as the best fit for such a solution?
Yeah, so this, as you say, it was created as the ultimate performance. So then the SKUs and the higher performance needs was the need. So it was fitting better the e-commerce scenarios. But we see now that with this improvement, we are more and more fulfilling other industries. So we go more and more into other type of segments where they need different workflows, they need different operations. So now we are able to also serve these customer needs with HiPClimb, which is it's where is this solution is going. So basically, you see that we go more into an omni-channel type of application. So we started from the B2C, the e-commerce applications, and now we are able to handle also direct cartons. So that makes us puts us closer into the picture of ideal omni-channel fulfillment. That's what everyone knows, but it's difficult to achieve in reality. But we are getting there step by step.
Yeah, also even with the workflows, with all the workstations and how it connects to the other parts of the warehouse, I think this is it becomes evident that we'd like to be a seamless part of the storage in a big operation. And also, it's great to hear how the numbers are growing, because already 20 projects.
Yeah, so it's already live projects that we have live. We have more signed in the pipeline, but we have live 20 projects and 2,800 robots already running. So that's what we said. We are learning from these applications. We are making our systems better. We are making them future ready for our customers. So this number is growing rapidly, and that's it's really nice to see it.
Yeah. It's we are growing together. Thank you so much. I think what's last but not least should be said is that there are some important events coming. Please, everyone who would like to know more about how HiPClimb solution fit for the apparel industry, join us with the QR code on the top. It's the webinar together with our partner, Thorax Solutions, that will happen on 21st May. And also, please join our innovation center that we mentioned, where all the technologies are shown and are working, and you can have first-hand experience with everything that we talked about today. Yep. So yes, join our HiNext Tech Tours, one day full of a lot of information and innovation tour, and just a good networking, also to know better how robotics and what we do.
Yep.
And I think let's do some questions. We have still some time left. Do we first see? Okay. Can we retrofit single deep HiPClimb to a double deep version?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
That's
a good question. I think actually we will see more and more this type of questions. So it's clear that the storage area needs to be different because the racking is different. But in our solutions, we could combine the workstations, the inbound and the outbound workstations, because at the end the robots are reading the same QR codes on the floor. So we could have an expansion. Of course, the racking needs to be different. So this is something that our solutions team need to check in detail. They will be happy to evaluate it in detail, but actually it's possible to connect the workstations and the outbound and inbound conveyors with the two generations of robots.
I see. And then, then it's also at some point, I would like to see these examples when there is a single deep and double deep on the side. And
it's a good reference case for
right?
future.
It also visually should be plausible. Okay, next question is, what is the maximum weight the tote can handle? Well, that's a good one. We didn't cover it today.
Yeah, we didn't mention the payload nowadays is 30 kilos, but we are listening to our customers. So we are working on improving this. So in future generations, you can expect that we will have future improvements on this number, but we cannot promise anything at this moment.
We cannot, but wait, wait until we can.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah, working on that.
Is there a maximum number of robots per square meter that is allowed?
Yep.
Avoid blocking traffic.
It's a good question. Basically, nowadays, of course, we run always a simulation in every project because we need to prove that the performance that we commit, we will be able to deliver it. That's a must. So simulations will tell. But basically, every robot HiPClimb needs like 8 square meters to operate. So that's the minimum area. If you put all the square meters together, you divide it by the robot. You need to have like 8. That's the number. In big projects, this number can be bigger. In smaller projects, this number can be smaller. So sometimes we can see 5, sometimes we can see 10, but the limit is in this range. In reality, most of the projects, they don't need this performance, like Anta, for example. So with 125 robots, it's enough. So they don't need to add more robots on the grid, but they could still add 160 and the system still can perform. So in most of the systems, they don't need to reach this limit. But the limit is in these 8 square meters.
That's also great to have a just easy approximation, maybe.
That's really
if also someone wants
quick number.
Yeah, but if you want to know more, better contact us, and maybe we'll have another simulation, and we can check on that in more detail.
Yeah.
And another question: my operation has sometimes different size of boxes. I do not know beforehand. Can the system handle this?
Different size of boxes? Yes, definitely, with the tray. So nowadays, with HiPClimb, you can put the different sizes in the tray as long as it fits inside the tray. You can handle them for sure. If they are bigger than the tray, then we can handle it with HiPC System 3 that can handle up to 800 by 600. So it's half a pallet. Yeah, boxes are big, but maybe not that big. It depends on the dimensions, but it is possible.
And diversity of them as well.
Yeah.
That's also, it's one of the latest features with the tray as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, thank you so much. I think the rest of the questions we'll make sure to answer with our BD team as a follow-up. But for this webinar, that's it. Thank you so much, Victor.
Yeah, thank you,
It
Anna.
was a great one.
My pleasure. Yeah. Thank you. Have a good day.
Bye. Goodbye, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. And see you on the next webinar.